Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's broadcast. We're going to be going over the uh, rules around investing in, or I should say, opening an account at Fidelity for your solo 401k. So we're going to be fielding questions here in the live chat. Please ask away. And of course, please like this video and subscribe for more videos like this. All right, so again, just to understand the concept here, this is the situation here is that you have a solo 401k plan, and you need to have an account for that solo 401k plan. You could have it at a bank, you could have it at a brokerage. One popular option is to actually have it at Fidelity. So the purpose of this presentation is to go over the considerations, the procedure, try to understand some of the concepts and the different roles that we play, that your solo 401k or that your self-employed business plays, etc. So the role of my solo 401k financial is to be the plan provider. So we have an IRS approved plan that's going to allow you to do what you want to do. So that's really the documents, because 401k, it falls under the trust umbrella. So it's those documents that create the plan. And then the role of Fidelity is to provide the account. So Fidelity is not actually providing the documents. So it's not their plan that, say, allows you to invest in real estate or to do mega backdoor Roth contributions. They don't offer a plan that allows you to do that. And then your business is the sponsor of the plan. You're the trustee. So those are the key roles here. So one point of confusion is that this is not a solo 401k that's provided by Fidelity. So it's provided by us. Again, it's our documents. So, and I see we got a great question here. I'll field that here in a moment after we go through this slide. So Fidelity Investments, their role is to custody the cash, or if you've got some of your money and, say, invested in a mutual fund or in equities, you would see that, that's something that Fidelity would hold on to. But if you've got your money invested in, say, real estate, or you've got your money invested in notes, you're not going to turn over those real estate documents to Fidelity. You're not going to turn over those note documents to Fidelity. They're not going to hold on to that. You are the trustee of the plan, so you're going to safeguard those investment documents. Now, as the trustee, you would have signing authority over the account. So, to the extent that you are writing checks out of that Fidelity account, you would be the person to do that. Or if it's a husband and wife, you both are trustees and both have the ability to sign on that account. So now that you understand the role of Fidelity, so if you have questions about, say, making an investment in real estate or making an investment in promissory notes, if you call Fidelity, they're not going to be able to assist you. Hopefully, they'll direct you back to the plan provider like us, as opposed to trying to answer the question and creating confusion and maybe giving misinformation. So likewise, if you want to take a loan on that account, you're not going to go to Fidelity. You would come to the plan provider, like our clients come to us. We prepare the loan documents. So Fidelity is there if you have questions about, how to access the account online. If you have, questions about, say, investing in a mutual fund, they would be able to field those types of questions. Now let's look at some of the features of the Fidelity account. Or actually, give me a second. Let me just go back to the good question we have. So we have, can we do a self-directed IRA checkbook with Fidelity? Good question. So the answer is that in order to do a self-directed IRA checkbook with Fidelity, Number one, if you just have an IRA at Fidelity, they're not going to give you checkbook control. So in order to get checkbook control over an IRA, the way that you do that is by having an LLC. So really you would have to have a brokerage account set up in the name of an LLC. Usually the brokerage firms have very stringent requirements to set up a brokerage account in the name of an LLC, which is owned by your IRA or any type of LLC. For example, they may have high balance requirements. They may require you to keep hundreds of thousands of dollars in that LLC brokerage account. So yeah, please continue to ask questions. So back to the slides here. So in terms of the features, one important feature here is the checkbook control. So Fidelity and a number of other brokerage firms will issue a free checkbook with respect to the brokerage account. So you could use that for different purposes, right? You could use that for making your investments, right? If you're going to loan money to somebody, you could simply write a check to make that loan. If you take a 401k loan yourself, likewise, you could fund that loan by writing a check to yourself. And then, of course, you're going to need to document it. Like we prepare all the loan documents for our customers who take loans on their 401ks. Another feature is the ability to do outgoing wires. So Fidelity does have, they have a form that you would use there to initiate that wire. So if you need to wire money to, say, a private placement that you're going to invest in, you could do that from the Fidelity account. If you're going to have inbound wires, that's something that Fidelity also would accommodate. And you might do an inbound wire if you're making contributions, or if you sell property that you own in your solo 401k, and the escrow company or the title company, whoever's doing the closing, they wire money to that Fidelity account so that you get the proceeds of that sale coming back to your solo 401k. So again, understanding the roles, because the account is governed by our IRS approved plan, you can do alternative investments like real estate and private placements, promissory notes, etc. Because it's governed by our plan, which does allow for Roth contributions, which does allow for voluntary after-tax contributions. You can have the accounts at Fidelity. Now, and we prepare all the paperwork to open up those accounts as part of our services. Now, it's going to be important that you have separate sub-accounts, and Fidelity accommodates that easily. So you might have, if you have Roth money, pre-tax money, voluntary after-tax money, you're going to have 3 different sub-accounts. One account in the name of the plan for your benefit for the pre-tax money, a separate sub-account in the name of the plan for the Roth money, a third account in the name of the plan for the voluntary after-tax money. And then if it's, say, a husband-wife scenario, there would be 6 accounts potentially at Fidelity where you have pre-tax Roth and voluntary after-tax for each participant. Okay, so keep those questions coming. We'll be fielding them here live. So while you come up with more questions, we're going to keep going through these slides. So in terms of more features with the Fidelity account, Fidelity does accommodate inbound ACH payments. So sometimes you might have, let's say you have a rental property inside your solo 401k, and you want to, and your tenants need to make their monthly rent payments, and they want to do it by ACH. That's something that could be accommodated with that Fidelity account. Or again, if you're making contributions to the plan, like if you have an S corporation and you get W-2 wages, and your payroll provider is going to ACH your contribution each pay period to the account, that can be done at Fidelity. Likewise with solo 401k loan payments, if you have auto pay set up through your personal bank account to make those loan payments every month or every quarter so you don't forget, that could be accommodated through the Fidelity account. So that's a nice feature. So continuing on with some of the the concepts, because it's our plan does allow for participant loans. We prepare the required loan documents. even though you might not be able to do that with a Fidelity solo 401k where you get it direct from Fidelity, you can do it with our plan because our plan accommodates that. We prepare the required loan documents and the money can still sit at Fidelity. You can, of course, invest in equities, futures, options, all the investments that Fidelity offers through a typical brokerage account that you might have for an IRA or just non-retirement money. You're going to be able to make those types of investments through the brokerage account at Fidelity. And then just to reiterate that you are the trustee, so you are the only person that has access to the funds. We never have access to the account. We can't make trades on your behalf because our role is really to provide the ongoing compliance support, to be the plan provider. Well, great. That takes us to the end of the slides today. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. Thanks everyone again for joining. Please like this video and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much. Everyone have a great day.